All right, so I'm here with head women's hockey coach here at BU, Coach Brian Durocher. Coach, you have Ohio State this weekend. What are you looking for against the Buckeyes, and how have you prepared for it?
Well, I think from their end of it, they have a team that's got a pretty good group of forwards up front. Natalie Spooner and Laura McIntosh are probably the bell ringers of the group. A couple of freshmen, Hokie Langen and Paige Siemens, who are also real top players. So I expect them to be, three lines deep up front, a solid and fairly experienced blue line, and probably the area that is the most concern is to find a number one goaltender. That I think that was a very questionable part of their team last year. So hopefully we can get some shots on net and put some pressure on their goaltender. From our end, I think it's again a little bit of starting from scratch, in that we want to realize we're 0-0-0. We've got the kind of the target on our back this year, which is different than any of the other 4 years,
Hmm.
and we're going to have to deal with that. We're going to have to deal with it with a slightly less experienced lineup and a slightly smaller lineup with only 19 skaters here. So there's a lot of ebb and flow to the season. It's a long year, and tonight we have to concentrate on just getting out of the gate in our first two contests against Ohio State.
Hmm. You saw six different players score in a 7-1 win over Durham Junior last Sunday. What positives can you take away from that game going into the Ohio State game?
Well, the positive I take out of it is the fact that Johnny Blamers, Laurel Kohler, and Holly Lorms are all on the score sheet, and those are three people that kind of I've identified. I think they would identify themselves too. That again they had less than years for what they think they can accomplish. They're quality people. Laurel, you go back to her first year and even her third year, which was her second year of playing after the red shirt. She scored 21 goals in those 2 years, and last year was snake bit. Johnny and Holly have fought through different things and a little bit of adversity, but I expect those three to be part of it, and that was probably the best part of the first game there, the exhibition game.
Hmm. And then finally, Coach, starting off with a team who plays in a very challenging conference, what is that going to do? How is that going to set the tone for you going forward in the 09-2010 season?
Well, we have to realize that somebody coming from that conference, if they finished fifth or they finished sixth last year, I think a couple of years before that they were fourth. That's almost like finishing first place in some leagues, because Duluth, the University of Minnesota, and Wisconsin are pretty much the top three teams in the country right now. So we have to realize that they're a very good team. We have to also realize that when it comes to pairwise, if you accomplish wins against teams like this, you've got two wins in against that conference, really, and that starts to add up nicely in pairwise. Last year Boston College made it on their season, which is great for Hockey East, and ourselves and UConn were knocking on the door. So that's what we want as a team and as a conference, is to have at least two teams in the final eight, and maybe get three if we can build up our strength of schedule and take care of business against non-league teams.
Great, great. All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.